All right, y'all. Big news we have in the Derby. As we know, Baeza has drawn into the race the next coming of Seabiscuit. Why do I say that? Because journalism is obviously the next coming of War Admiral. So that makes Baeza the next coming of Seabiscuit. Everyone loves journalism much more, I think, than not any favorite in my lifetime, but he's got to be up there. Big Brown, Bellamy Road, Point Given. There's been these favorites that people just absolutely swore were going to win the race without running it. I mean, Fierceness got a little bit of that attention. But we're certainly seeing that with journalism. I cannot believe how many people are picking this horse. Straight up. I can't believe it. I'm listening to channel after channel, old people, young people, horse people, gamblers, handicappers, statisticians, and everybody's just got journalism. And I just don't see it as that clear cut of a race. Smarty Jones, yeah, I saw it that way. I'll have another. Easy, no problem. Nyquist, he's got it. I don't see that with journalism. Nothing against journalism, but I just think they're overlooking all these other horses, except for one. There's one horse this year that the public has said will change their minds if he gets in the race. The owner was so confident that he shipped him to Churchill without paying in. Baeza in the race. Jerry Bailey says he likes journalism, but not if Baeza's in the race. Randy Moss likes journalism, but not if Baeza's in the race. Andrew Beyer likes journalism, but not if Baeza's in the race. Incredible. Baeza must be, this one I'm pretty sure, in my lifetime of following the Kentucky Derby, 1983, he is the most popular, also eligible horse. I've never heard people say that their pick is contingent on an also eligible. Ever. But that's what they say about Baeza, a horse who lost the Santa Anita Derby to journalism. Didn't lose it by neck or head. He didn't chase him down. Had the momentum as journalism faded and lose it by a length. He just got beat. However, the public loves him. The public loves him. So let's look at this. Let's see why the public loves this horse. Breeding. All right. I probably got him as the best bred horse in the field. Why? His father, Mackenzie, was a very strong, nice, expensive horse. He did get a win in the Whitney. Wasn't necessarily, in my opinion, a full-on long-distance horse. But he had that win, and he had some other good quality wins in his career. Mackenzie sired by Street Sense Kentucky Derby winner. Need I say no more about that one. Now, this horse's mother, usually I don't give the dam any credit. Not that I don't give any credit. Give any points in the system, because the way it works out is that the mother's racing, to me, doesn't always necessarily represent as much as her accomplished father until you see the progeny, just because female races are different. I mean, the horse has to be Rachel Alexandra or Zenyatta or something, and there's just not many of those horses. However, Puka, I've got to give Puka points. Puka has produced a Kentucky Derby winner and a Belmont Stakes winner. Puka, sired by Big Brown. Big Brown is one of those near miss Triple Crown horses. There were a few of these during the drought. Won the Derby, won the Preakness. I think he had his shoe fell off, or he didn't. A problem with the shoe came loose, or something in the Belmont. Another heartbreaking Triple Crown miss with Big Brown, but Big Brown was certainly, for breeding, in breeding wise, I look at him like a Triple Crown horse, especially since there weren't any for such a long stretch. So excellent breeding on both sides of the tree, and from the mother and father, which you don't see that very much. So that gives Baeza a rating of 8. Got to be the highest one I've got for the Derby. Jockey Flavien Prat. He's never ridden a horse before. Doesn't matter. People love Prat. Prat's got probably one of the top Derby riding records. He's ridden in 7 Derbies, I think it was, and he's what I think 3 seconds and 2/3, and one of those seconds is a fake win that they granted him unjustly, in my belief. This horse is trained by John Sheriffs. He got a Derby winner before. Giacomo. Way back when. Now, as I said, last out, second, 3/4 of a length off of Journalism in the Santa Anita Derby for Baeza. I gave him a 103, same time as I gave Journalism in that race. I mean, I guess I could probably bump it back to a 102, but 103 is technically what it is, so that's what I'm keeping it. Before that, he's coming off a win. Broke his maiden at Santa Anita. Decent win there. Gave him a 97 for that one. Before that, second, 7 lengths off the winner in that. That was a decent race with a decent time, a mile and 135 and 4, and he was beaten by who? Rodriguez. The horse that he's replacing, who was scratched in the Derby. Beaten by 7. Beaten by 7 by Rodriguez, who he's replacing. Before that, they had him on turf at Del Mar. Didn't work out. 9th place, 8 lengths off. Now, I know what y'all are thinking, the Baeza fans. Flavien Prat's aboard. He had Hector Barrios on him the rest of the time. Now that they got Prat aboard, then he's going to put up that Seabiscuit type performance in this match race of the Kentucky Derby that we're going to have, of Journalism versus Baeza. Round 2. That's what the public seems to think. 13-1 in the Bovada odds. That's probably going to come down. I'm sure he'll probably get at least to where Rodriguez was. Probably 8-1, maybe 7-1, 6-1. I would be very wary of doing that with this horse. If I were any of you, I would be very wary and going all in on this horse. Yeah, Pratt's good. Yeah, he's got some good numbers. I think people are sleeping on these other horses too much. I really do. I think we really have to pay a lot of attention to the pace, especially Rodriguez is not in it now. Reassess. I mean, that pace is probably going to help Baeza, but he's not the only other horse. No, it's not a 2-horse race. Speaking of pace, though, I got to talk for a second about the rain. It's now listed as a 52% chance of rain at race time. if it rains, the rain could really muck things up for the Derby. Pun intended, figuratively and literally. The rain has a good chance of mucking things up for the Derby. The rain tends to favor the front runners. And also, you will see some more experienced jockeys at times move their horses forward because it's in the rain. So you could look for some strategy changes. Like I said, it could really muck things up if it does rain. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the weather report for that. Um, on another note, due to this drawing of Baeza, for those of you that are superstitious, Sandman has been saved from the superstitious 17 spot, which is yet to produce a Kentucky Derby winner. Now, you know me, I think that it doesn't matter. The post position doesn't matter at all. Now, it matters to the jockeys and the trainers, yeah. And Bob Baffert doesn't like it because he says he doesn't like his horse being in the gate for so long. I don't know, maybe he thinks his gummies are going to wear off. Maybe the stewards want his gummies to wear off, and that's why they stick them in the one hole. That's neither here nor there. I don't think the post position matters because I think it's more important for the jockey to figure out how to deal with his post position. So if you pick your jockey, you're picking his ability to deal with his post position. So pick the jockey, not the post position, in my opinion. Sandman, however, is out of that jinx spot. That also slides Sovereignty over into that spot. Now, is Sovereignty screwed now because he's in the 17th slot? I don't know, maybe. He's got to win over the track. He won here in the street since. But going over to that 17, will it have an effect? I don't know. Time will tell. Chances are he's not going to win because the odds are definitely against you in the 24th race, and the odds are it's going to hold up again. So we will see about that. But Sovereignty is definitely a solid horse. Second choice on the board. So there we have it. Haven't picked a winner yet. Gonna put it all together now that we got the pace settled. Unless there's a scratch tomorrow, I'll be putting out a pace projection and a pick. Be sure to check out my videos on the other 19 Derby horses, Derby favorites, Derby challengers, Derby stealth horses, Derby troublemakers, and Derby downers.